Hey everyone, I'm Erin and this is the Cardboard Republic's video channel. This week we have a haul video for you, so we're going to tell you all about the games that we've gotten in the mail this month. We're also going to tell you briefly about the games that we've managed to play off of our to-be-played list. There's not a lot. It won't take very long. First up, we have Stockpile. This is our indie game of the month for July. It's right there. And we got this one in right at the beginning of the month, which was just in time to give it a few playthroughs before we got our review up. That review is pretty detailed and it's up on our website, cardboardrepublic.com. Stockpile is a relatively short economic stock trading game, so there's a lot of hidden information and it's usually just as important to play the other players as it is to play the game itself. If that's something that you're into, this is definitely worth checking out. For the time span it takes to play, if nothing else, it's pretty rare to get an economic game that can play in less than an hour, and this one does that really well. Next up, we have Captains of Industry. This is another economic game, but it is definitely not as light as Stockpile. This is a few hours, at least, of investment time. And the big thing with Captains of Industry is that it's really about balancing your resource intake versus your resource output. The whole game hinges on you getting that ratio just right. We were able to get this one played just the other night, so just squeaked in right under the wire there, but this was on our to-be-played list, so that is one we can check off for now. Then we got in City Hall. This is by the same designer and publisher as Captains of Industry, but it's a city building game instead of an economic game. Obviously, this one's still in shrink. We haven't had a chance to play it just yet, but we will be telling you about it as soon as we do. And then we have Extra Extra. So this is a game about running a newspaper. In comparison to the other game we own about running a newspaper, which is Penny Press, this one is like its heftier older cousin. It is a little bit longer and a little bit more in-depth, but as you can see, this is another one we have not gotten to the table yet, so we will be telling you about it as soon as we do. Now, moving on to some of the shorter games on our list, we have Geiger. This is the expansion to Compounded, which was our November 2013 game of the month. That game, as I'm sure most of you know, is all about building compounds, doing chemistry experiments. This adds radioactivity, which always ends well. It's going to be great. We also got in 7 Sevens. This is a light strategic card game based around the idea of 7. So 7, as I'm sure you know, has come up a lot during history. 7 Seas, 7 Sins, 7 Wonders. And this game is all about not completing 7. And now, dragons. Dragon Flame is a game about being a dragon and growing your horde. There's nothing I love more than collecting gold and sheep, so I'm totally on board for this. And then we have Dragon Wood. Not technically about dragons, a little misleading, but it is a light fantasy adventure game, and I've been told there's a dragon in it. Next up, arriving all the way from Poland at the last possible moment, Mysterium. That's technically what that says in English. This one is hotly anticipated this year, and we have had a chance to play it before, but now we own our own beautiful copy. It is all about players who are detectives trying to solve a crime, except for one player who is a friendly ghost trying to give you clues. This one is one we are so excited to finally have on our shelf. Finally, last but not least, we have Exodus, Edge of Extinction. This is an expansion to Exodus, Proxima Centauri. This expansion fleshes out the base game and adds some new faction abilities. So if you remember, at the beginning of the month, we put out a video that was our to-be-played. It listed all of the games that we were really hoping to get to the table this month. Not necessarily review, because we need to play something a few times before we can review it, but at least to get that process started. So, how successful were we? Meh. This one, okay, we sort of made a mistake here. We picked a lot of like really long games to play the month before Gen Con in like prime wedding season and life season. Didn't think that one through. So what did we get to the table? Stockpile, we played that a bunch. That was great. And we did play Captains of Industry. That was another one we showed you earlier. We also had a chance to play the Heroes of Metrocity Sidekicks and Storylines expansion, so that's awesome. Oddball Aeronauts, not out yet, but we have a review in the works for that, so another check mark. Eldritch Horror is a little long. We opted for Elder Sign instead, which is also a little long. So we totally didn't think that through, because in the time that we spent playing Elder Sign, we definitely could have played Eldritch Horror. But, you know, live and learn, and now we've played Elder Sign, so like a partial check? Finally, there was Argent, which we did not get to, like, not even close. We really wanted to get this one to the table, but life intervened and Gen Con prep intervened, and hopefully in August this one will see some play. Before we sign off though, something very, very special for you guys for being such excellent new viewers. We ordered our copy of Exodus, Edge of Extinction, and when we did, we also got in a new copy of Exodus, Proxima Centauri, and a brand new copy of Exodus, Edge of Extinction. Obviously, that's more copies than we need, so we would like to give them to you. To enter the contest, all you need to do is subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below telling us something you'd like to see on this new channel. We want to make it a place that you want to visit, and the best way for us to do that is by knowing what you actually want to see here. So, subscribe, leave a comment by Friday, August 14th. If you do that, you'll have a chance to win Exodus and its expansion. Thanks so much for watching this video. Remember, subscribe, comment, liking us also doesn't hurt. We will see you right after Gen Con with our Gen Con haul. We'll see if it's taller than me, again, like it was last year, so that we have nowhere to put these games. Welcome to the Cardboard Republic's brand new video channel. I don't know how long I can still keep saying brand new. This fleshes out the base game and adds... Nope. Dun 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 dun.